Such beautiful weather out here. This is the first Crest Foods I've ever seen. It could be a franchise. Yeah, catfish. How many choices? Three. You got three choices, right? All right. Yeah. So catfish nuggets may be inferior to catfish fillets, but they are superior to tilapia. Isn't that something? I can definitely stomach catfish nuggets by themselves as opposed to tilapia. It's impossible to eat. I don't know what you mix it with. Even salmon, they have to, sometimes some packaging has to include this pat of butter to make the sale more appealing for even salmon. Because salmon is not appealing to eat by itself. I hope these people all understand how it feels to live like me, not being able to use buildings because they're locked out. I'm locked out because I can't afford to go to the gym or the salon or the restaurant. I can't afford that. So these people now know what it feels like. They got the resources. It's now the flu that's kicking them out, but it's finances kicking me out. Go Grackle! Go Grackle! Go Grackle! I usually assume those butchers never sell water, aquatic seafood, only land animals. I should probably take another look to be sure of that. Alright, we got a tiny Chihuahua. That person took like 4 novice photos. One of it wrapped in a blanket with this look of disdain. Wow, talk about putting some effort into that found dog, into the photo files for the found dog. When I use this thing every so often, I'll send a spark flying towards the center. I gotta really pay close attention to that. There's a lot of cool state flags out there. Oklahoma is not one of them. That's like too much artwork. Just like Wisconsin, they put too much into the flag, too many small details. Arizona, Texas, I think New Mexico too. Those are some nice cool flags that get right to the point. I guess I stepped away too long. Got a little bit of a spill here, but it didn't overflow the tree stand at least. What a weird bathroom. Check this out. If I wanted to use the toilet, I'd be taking up the only urinal. I guess it's not that busy here. So the Uptown grocery store is open till 10 o'clock, not 8:30 like Walmart. Sisal twine may not be cheap at $5, but it does a great job for handling. I just got a little bit on the end here because this is loosening, so now I had enough room after a couple of months, put a couple inches on for each handle too, pretty much. And I'll continue doing that. I'm using a stronger one, so maybe it won't give away so easily. Making sure that I put a knot on each loop on the outside makes up for the extra space on this curve. Less twine for the inner and more on the outer. The knots make up for that outer space at least. So even at the Fit Stop, they don't want people using it with all this caution tape around it. Do people even use it, really? It's kind of a cheap looking one, but they put caution tape on it regardless. It's kind of amusing to me to think that big cities that are all congested and stuff have to work the hardest to separate people, where it's business as usual on the outside, outer cities, smaller town areas, business as usual. And they get to watch all the chaos happening in the big cities, and with a little distance, with a little stepping outside the box view, thinking how crazy it is. It's not everywhere. That's a problem with this transmitting of viruses. Problem within highly congested areas exclusively. And what's the amusing part about it to me is this is exactly what Trump needs, what he wants, I think, because the big cities never really gave him any votes, enough for the win. The big, highly congested cities usually seem to prefer Democrats, so breaking up them big cities works in his favor, I think. Alright, just taking a look at where they're storing these little cage things. He went off. He's probably gonna go get another one. So they're grabbing them off of the course and hiding them behind these barrels. Got through. He has to get them one at a time too. On their maintenance property. Yeah, they're hiding them. That's a deliberate move to hide them. All right. If I were to have any knowledge of my great grandparents on my mom's side, it would be that my great grandma, her dad was a blacksmith, and my great grandpa, his dad, fawned over his horse a lot. Spent a lot of time in a shed garage, like taking care of his horse or horses. That's it. That's all I know about those guys. I was just thinking about that. What do I know about my great grandpa or grandma? And that's it. I don't know. And that'd be in the late 1800s, early, because my great grandpa was born in 1900 or 1903 or something. So talking the late 1800s, before cars really became popular. It's just interesting to think about those lifestyles. Alright, I seen this guy early this morning come in in his truck, enter through the side door. That's a swimming pool right there. There's two employees that entered through the front door. That guy entered through the side door. I think he's got some executive privilege, even during this coronavirus issue, to have the pool all to himself. I think that's very likely. Had that guy stayed parked here all day, I would not have been suspicious. But only parking here in the morning, I find that very suspicious, that he's taken advantage of some executive privilege. He entered one of these rooms. Maybe he is just analyzing the pool. He didn't really have a bag or anything. It feels kind of bad watching people walk inside their buildings like this. But I mean, it's not like I was ever able to get in myself anyway. Alright, I've been back and forth a little bit between the grocery store, Uptown Grocery, and the park, the YMCA. I come back here, I just remembered that the Lowe's down the street actually has a very strong Wi-Fi connection, so I was like thinking I'm gonna go without internet tonight, and then I realized Lowe's has internet. So I guess I could just hook up to that. Alright, I bought this thing for about $3. So I can do it one-handed, replacing this two-handed thing, so I can light this thing with one hand. Be a little more efficient. Sounds like a drum circle out here. It's just one person. I could hear him a good distance away on the other side of a building. I have gone without long periods of entertainment and have come to appreciate exercise as being a good part of my entertainment now, from not being entertained. So working the calves seems to encourage working the back of the legs, and also encourages squatting, which doing all that also encourages running. Then that encourages other stuff. So I'm just kind of hanging out here waiting on the fourth dot. Waiting on the fourth dot to go solid. It's a time measured situation, and I'm unable to, I can't tell when that'll go solid. I was thinking I don't like working out next to my car here because there's just enough traffic. Every so often somebody will come. Just the anticipation of traffic makes me nervous about trying to exercise. But then I was like, well, maybe I'll just give in and do it. Just exercise with people watching. But now I just realized I can cross the street over this way. We got the apartment complex, but I just walk my weights over here. Do some lifting.